Good morning. After a epic 2 weeks away, I know I've shared 2 days of it and I plan to share more, but I just thought I'd come online this morning because, as you can imagine, after traveling, what was it, 13 hours on a plane yesterday, actually it was longer than that. It was 13 hours from Kuala Lumpur back to London Heathrow, and then a 2.5 hour flight from Kota Kinabalu in Borneo to Kuala Lumpur. We have obviously travelled across many time zones, and interestingly, all the way through this trip, I have not suffered with jet lag whatsoever. And actually, yesterday I came home. We arrived in London Heathrow at 5 o'clock in the morning. We got the taxi to my auntie's and picked up the car, drove 4.5 hours home, and then got straight into catching up on jobs, spring cleaning and unpacking and washing and all of those things before going out for a meal in the evening. And amazingly, I got till, I don't know, 9:30, 10 o'clock and was ready for bed and slept through the night pretty much, and feeling really amazing again this morning. So what do I put that down to? Well, I think a big part of it is looking after myself. I've been eating really well, hydrating really well, sleeping as best I can on the plane. But also with everything else that I do in life, it's all rooted in our kinesiology and the self-help tools that are so incredible and at my fingertips at all times. So I just wanted to share with you one little technique that we use, which is called a time of day balance. And each 2-hour window of the 24-hour clock has a different meridian that's dominant. So from 7 till 9 in the morning, you've got the stomach meridian. From 9 until 11 is the spleen meridian. From 11 till 1 is the heart meridian. From 1 till 3 is the small intestine meridian. From 3 until 5 is the bladder meridian. 5 until 7 is the kidney meridian. From 7 until 9 is the triple warmer meridian. 9 till 11 is the circulation sex meridian. From 11 till 1 in the morning is the gallbladder meridian. Let me think, am I right in saying that? Yeah, pretty sure. From 1 till 3 is liver. From 3 till 5 is lung, and from 5 till 7 is large intestine. So it's fascinating because sometimes if we're feeling a real slump at any part of that, any part of the day or night, it could be that there's an imbalance in that particular meridian that's dominant at the time. Anyway, a little bit, that's the background. But as we are at 9 o'clock, or actually it's just before, it's on the cusp, we're going to be moving into the spleen meridian. So actually I'm going to, we've literally landed on 9 o'clock as we speak. So I'm going to welcome in the spleen meridian with a little balance to raise the vibration of that particular meridian, which will really help to reset my circadian rhythm so that it's in line with the 24-hour day and timeline that I'm in here in the UK. So to do that, we first of all work on the neurolymphatics of the central meridian, and these are located down the upper part of our shoulder. So what we're doing, I'm using my 2 fingers, which is a neutral touch, and I'm just circling up and down with quite a firm pressure along these points. By the way, I'm in the woods soaking up the beautiful energy this morning as I'm doing this. I thought it was much more interesting than doing it at home. Walking the dogs, getting back into nature, co-regulating my nervous system with this beautiful environment that I'm so fortunate to be able to access. And then we do it also at the back of the head. So we're falling over here. So it's just along the line of the base of the skull. So again, using my 2 fingers and circling with a nice firm pressure, and noticing if you've got any area along there that feels tender, just spend a little bit longer on it until it feels like it's eased off. remarkably, considering my sleeping position on the plane, I'm not too tight around this area, so that's great. Then we work on the governing meridian neurolymphatics, which are positioned a bit further in from the shoulder on the chest, between the ribs that you'll feel along there. So you're again circling in a point. It's just it's a point rather than a stretch of neurolymphatics. So these are reflexes that stimulate the lymphatic flow associated with these meridians. So we've got this is called the governing meridian, and we've been working on the governing and the central meridian. They're like the power pack meridians to our energy system, and they sit outside of the times, the 2-hour windows. So they are just central to all of our energy. And then we work on those points just there, again, just at the base of the neck, that nice little gritty bit that often gets so congested. So giving that a nice little rub as well. And the same on the other side. Spend a bit more time if it feels tender. Again, like I say, I'm surprised that mine aren't feeling too bad this morning, so that's good. Lovely. So now we're going to be working on the neurolymphatics associated with the spleen meridian, and they actually sit on the left hand side on the rib cage. So you've got the line of underneath the chest or the breast area, and then it's just a bit lower down. It's actually sort of in the 9th rib intervertebral space, so it's between the 9th and the 10th rib, and you will often feel when you're on it, it can be quite a tender spot. So again, I'm just feeling into where my reflex is. Sometimes it's worth just exploring along and out and up and around, and you'll know when you're on it, because it's one that can feel a bit tender. Again, mine feels relatively clear this morning, which is possibly reflective of why I'm feeling good. It's amazing. And then we've got the points on the back as well, which are more tricky to access, but I can just about get my thumbs on it. So it's sort of in line, if you're female and wearing a bra, it's on the sort of bra line. It's what we call T7. So the thoracic vertebrae is the 7th one down, but it's sort of in the middle of your shoulder blades, really. Making sure, again, nice firm pressure circling on those points. You may notice yourself having a bit of a breath, sigh, or sometimes burping can happen. Yawning is another sign that energy is shifting. And then what we can do is we can hold what we call the neurovascular points, and these points are reflex points associated with the circulatory system. So the points associated with the spleen meridian are just above the ear, and it's a light pressure, again 2 fingers on each side. A light pressure as if you would be no more than if you would put your fingers on your eyes. So we're just feeling actually for a pulse. Sometimes it's helpful just to close your eyes just to feel into it. I'm just going to stand myself up, make sure I've got my feet on the ground. This really helps to calm the nervous system and just really balance our meridians. So now the final bit that we need to do is run our meridian, the spleen meridian, from end to end. So it actually starts on our big toe. I'm going to do one at a time. So again, 2 fingers, see if I can show you where I'm going. So 2 fingers onto the toes, and then I'm coming up the inside of the leg, and then tracing up under the armpit and then down onto the rib cage. So I'm going to do that 3 times. I'm going to try and place you back onto this position so you can see me. tree stump. Like using nature. If I can make it happen without. There we go, that'll have to do for now. I'll come up here. So I'm going to do that 3 times, and it's coming up from my big toe up the inside of my leg, my thigh, up to the armpit, and then down onto the rib cage. And then I'm going to do the same on the other foot and leg and up to the body. That's it. Oh, there we go, some nice shifting going on. Great, so that is a time of day balance, and that just helps to boost my spleen meridian to be in line with the day's circadian rhythm from 9 o'clock in spleen time till 11. Hope that's helpful. If anybody's a shift worker or does lots of traveling, I'm going to be posting more of these little mini balances as I go along. So hopefully you'll find some value in that. Wishing you a really happy day. Hope the sun is going to shine for us all once the cloud is, or the mist has passed. But wherever you are in the world, we're sending love and warm wellness wishes for your day. All right, take care. Bye bye.